Right, definitely not late. This gentleman is always on time. Mayor John Tory joining us now for his weekly check-in. Mayor Tory, how are you?
Hey, Mel, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. All right.
Happy birthday, BT, as well.
Thank you. 32. And I know Dina and Sid are going to talk to you about that in just a bit. But I want to start off with back to school. There's a lot of excitement here. There are a lot of nerves as well. As the mayor of the city of Toronto, we've talked about back to school, I think, for months now. The latest recommendations with Toronto Public Health just coming out yesterday about pausing extracurriculars and some high-contact sports and some field trips. How do you feel about that?
Well, I always say on these things, the doctor knows best. And Dr. Davila has a staff of people, and they've looked at what is going to maximize our chances of keeping these kids safe and healthy. And, you know, because we want to, just like the province, we at the city want to keep these schools open. We want that on behalf of the kids who need it. We want it on behalf of parents and families. And so we want to keep the schools open. And so if Dr. Davila's approach here, which, as she put it, is to have a prudent and cautious return to school, which includes then easing your way in to extracurricular activities and contact sports, then I will take that as the best medical advice she can offer as to how we can keep the schools safe and open and keep kids healthy. And hopefully, you know, that period where we have to, limit those activities is a short period, and we can get back to something more close to normal soon. But in the meantime, I think we should just take the advice of those who are really trying hard, including myself, to keep the schools open and to keep them healthy.
Indeed, that's the goal. While we talk about safety, you recently released something about traffic management. A lot more people out there on the road, so both on cyclists, pedestrians, of course, with back to school. People are going back to work as well in a lot of these capacities. Are we going to see more enforcement, and will it be more strict in school zones?
Well, the answer to that is yes. Now, I don't make that decision, the police do, but I can tell you that, of course, we have put, automated speed enforcement machines in areas that are school zones and community safety zones. The police have a special Vision Zero enforcement unit that is going to be very active, and we'll be talking more about that later this morning. And so the answer to your question is yes. We've got a lot of signage up now, including those signs that tell you how fast your car is going, and those have been proven to lower speed limits. We've lowered speed limits in hundreds of places, literally hundreds of places across the city. And so a message today, I think, to drivers would be, please, slow down anyway, because there are far too many people still speeding. Those speed enforcement machines gave out thousands and thousands of tickets when they shouldn't have. But the bottom line is, when I say they shouldn't have had to do it. I mean, they worked fine and they're accurate, and that's the problem. They're reflecting people driving too fast, including in school zones. So please slow down. Be conscious of the fact that kids are out there on the streets, and they should be placed first, obviously, in our thoughts in terms of keeping them safe, both on the health side, as we discussed, but also on the traffic side.
Mayor Tory, I've run out of time with you, but very quickly, very encouraging numbers when it comes to the city of Toronto hitting that 90% goal, just under 400,000 to reach that double dose goal, which is significant. Are you confident that we are going to get there? And apologies that we don't have a long time to answer this question, but do you feel we'll be able to do it?
Yes, I'm confident. We've done millions of doses already, and we have thousands left to go. So that means we've, climbed a good part of the mountain, but we have a long way to go. So please encourage your friends who aren't vaccinated to get vaccinated, reassure and comfort people who are hesitant. We've got to get this done.
All right. Mayor Tory, as always, appreciate it. And you're going to be checking in with some students a little bit later on this morning at George Webster. So we'll meet you there again. We always follow you around, don't we? Okay. Dina and Sid now, they're going to hang out with you. Here they are.
Let's go. It's Tory time.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Mayor Tory.
Mayor, we're not fishing for compliments, but how awesome are we?
You're quite awesome. And Sid, I'm particularly impressed at you because, you're getting on. I mean, I think your 30th birthday happened around the time BT was born. I think that's when you graduated from Humber College, also when you were 30, which is great. I think it's
took me a couple extra
fantastic.
years, Mayor, yes.
I'm impressed. Yeah, that's right.
Mayor Tory, where were you at 32?
Of your life.
Where were you at 32? Because you've had an incredible career doing many things before you became mayor of our fair town and city. So
I was
where
back
were you?
practicing law, and I just done 4 years as a chief of staff to our wonderful former premier Bill Davis, who just passed away, and I'd done that for those 4 years, and then went back to practice law.
Do you ever watch Suits and think that could have been me? The
No.
show.
No.
You know, at 32,
Look,
I
you know
got
what?
this gig at
I practiced
32.
law for 12 years, and I was a broadcaster, for a period of time, and I worked in politics for a period of time, and
yeah.
I've done this job for 6 years, and they've all been great, but I don't sit around and wish I was anything other than what I am, because what can you do anyway?
Yeah, well, that's the
you
truth.
just take it one day at a time.
Diva, what were you doing at
I heard
32?
Sid saying a lot of people want his job, by the way.
It's true.
Add me to that list. I put in my application, because sooner or later I won't be mayor anymore, and I've put in an application to sit in that seat.
You feel like an 8-term mayor to me, Mayor. I don't know. You're kind of good at this. I don't know. I'm loosening the restrictions and how long you could run, but you seem
really
You
like
can
someone.
run for as long as you want. As long as people can re-elect you, you can run for as long as you want.
Votes are
Anyway,
important.
you know what?
You could be there for a while.
I was so happy to hear you pay tribute to all the previous people who have hosted the show, because I remember them all well, and Kevin especially, just because he became a real fixture, as you two are doing. But he was very special. But it was great to see you pay tribute to them, and they've had a lot of people get their day off to a good start over many years, which is good.
You. To everybody past and present, they weave the fabric of this show, and that's why it's been a mainstay for 32 years. Devo Brown, what were you doing at 32? Oof. Which was what, 2 years ago, right, Dee? Because no one knows Devo's age.
Yeah.
He's like Beyonce. No one knows how old Devo really is.
He's running around the city, causing havoc. Thank goodness Mayor Tory wasn't in charge at that point. I was working at a hip-hop radio station. It's changed owners since then. It was one of the first black-owned radio, or the first black-owned radio station in Canada, which was Flow 93.5. So I was doing the afternoon drive show. We had a mix show with DJ starting from scratch. It was, Chris Mikes. It was just a cool team that I got to work with over there. But yeah, we're doing that, and top of the city, man. All the big concerts. So much fun.
You even interviewed Drake before Drake was what he is today.
This is true. 12 years ago, yeah.
That's right, Dee.
Yeah.
Speaking of Drake, Mayor Tory, before we let you go, we're out of time, but we got to make this quick, but we need your take. So Drake's new album drops last week. First off, Certified Lover Boy. The memes on social media are running rampant. You did use the opportunity, as you often do, and the good people running your office, to move people into the path of vaccination by having some fun with the Drake cover. And it was certified vaccination season, according to your Twitter account. And the emojis were there. Your idea, who gets credit for the idea, Mayor Tory?
Oh, the people in my office. Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm a sort of a steady guy that just tries to get the job done here. But anything that's clever like that, full marks to my team, Meg and Cindy and Lavin and all the people who help me look after my social media guy. I've got a city to run, so I couldn't possibly do all that stuff myself, and they're much smarter than me anyway.
And finally, Drake's new album came out, as we said. His video for Way Too Sexy is getting a lot of attention, mainly because of the Raptors who aren't in it and the former Raptor who is. Kawhi made the video. Your general take on that, Mayor Tory?
I'm not going to slag Kawhi because he brought us a championship, but he's no longer part of our team, so he should, just carry on with his life. And the fact he's in Drake's video, good for him.
You might get a cameo in the next video, Mayor Tory. You never know.
You never know.
You're that much of a staple.
I'll plead with Drake to give me a cameo, but that would probably set record sales back immensely and video.
I don't know. I think it would be a great election platform. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? Sid Sixero is going to keep your co-host seat warm until you're done with being mayor of our fair city. Okay.
Okay, and happy birthday. You guys do a great job, and people don't realize how early you have to get up in the morning and all that. And so thank you for doing that.
By the way, yes, a little birdie told me you're the only one who had my back when I was off last week, when some people that rhymes with Rixero were trying to throw me under the bus with the amount of days I've had off, and I hear you're the only one, Mayor Tory,
factual statement I
that
made.
had my back.
Under a buzz.
And another reason to love you.
He takes those
this for the guy who's been here 3 months.
Watch him every moment. That's what I say. Watch Sid every moment. Not on TV, I'm not talking about.
Cheers to fighting over coffee over the next
just saying facts, Steve.
32
Mayor
years.
Tory, this show is not the same without people like you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great day,
Have a good one. Okay, bye.
Thank you so
bye,
much.
Elsie.
Have
Bye.
a great day.
I'm just saying how many days off you
Only
had this
one
summer.
that had my back.
And they were all earned.
Only one that had my back.
You and Devo busted your